Hi, I'm KV.
And I'm B, and we are so grateful to have you listening to our podcast.
Please don't forget to hit the subscribe or the follow along button so you never miss an episode. It really means the world to us.
Thanks for listening. Welcome to Sex and the One, the podcast with B and KV.
Getting down and dirty about all things love, life, sex, dating, and relationships.
Welcome back to another episode.
Sex and the One. 2026.
How are you?
I'm great.
Are you great?
I am great. I mean, like,
Fully immersed?
as soon as we sit in these chairs and we grab the microphones, like, who knows what the hell's going to happen? But it is always something really fun.
Always.
So I'm very excited.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
We've got the cows in the background. We've got,
The
like,
birds are chirping.
the birds.
The heat is right up there.
Is heating.
There's heating.
There's heating.
I
And
love
we're
summer.
going to talk about sex, dating, and relationships.
Do you know, love is in the... You know, last time,
Oh,
one of our previous
yes.
pods, I was like, is love in there? You're like, no, I don't think it is. And then I listened and I'm like, love is in there.
Yeah.
Love is in
What
there.
a shocker. Chris didn't put love in there. That's funny.
hilarious.
So what was it? Sex, love, dating, relationship?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Or
that's
was
good.
it? What is it? It's sex, love,
Yeah.
dating and relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a bit upset. There was no love in it.
Yeah.
'Cause
there
we're
should be
loving
love
people.
in there should be love in everything.
That's
that
correct.
we
That's
do.
the point I'm making. Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, this week.
this week,
Hot off the presses.
hot off the press. So you know how we're now Substackers?
Yes. Yes, we are.
I get emailed like articles or written pieces that are somehow related to love, dating, sex, and relationships.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
I get app related stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I get the marriage stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it knows what needs to be sent to
Yes.
me. Anyway, so I came across this guy. He is known as the desire engineer for men.
Right.
Andy Ziegler is his
Andy
name.
Ziegler, right.
And there were a few points that I took away from this particular article that he had written. And I want to go into it.
Okay.
I mean, the title of his piece is What I Learned About Married Sex in 2025 and 20 Lessons for Men. But when I read it, I took it from it's written to men. Like you can tell as I read parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought that it was really interesting to form some topics of discussion.
Okay.
And
Let's
it ties
hear.
into like a recent story that a colleague of mine had shared with me, who gave me permission to share, related specifically to like married couples. And I just wanted your opinion on that as well.
Okay.
All right.
Because I have strong opinions about married couples.
So this guy basically coaches men to have to take control in the bedroom and to improve, their sex lives.
Okay.
So the first lesson, there's 20 lessons, and I'm only going to touch on the ones that I resonated with, okay?
Okay.
Just say yes, no, and then let's go into it.
Okay.
The first one is wives actually love great sex with their husbands.
Yes. What a shocker.
What an absolute shocker.
Can we discuss why that needs to be in a list? Can we discuss that? Just briefly.
This list is for men.
I know, but like if
I think it needs to be
if you were writing a list for men from women, from the women's perspective, and the woman, it's like just say exact same scenario, but it's the woman's list for men. Would you put number one, men actually like sex? Of course they fucking like sex. Duh. Okay, I'm finished with that. Thank you. You wanted my
goodness.
opinion. You got it.
The line that got me here was, your wife wants to want you. She's not your enemy.
Yeah.
She's not withholding to punish you. She's waiting for conditions that let her desire burn. Conditions, like the environment in which you're surrounded in. I think if you go through like each phase, for example, like when you first get married, it might be, or you first start a relationship, doesn't it? Like,
Yes.
I know that this is specifically for married men, but if we look at it and take it just couples.
Yep.
It's spicy at the start, and then, you get comfortable and you're out of the honeymoon phase, and you then might, career might be taking off. You don't have time. you know, you have kids, you involve them, and there's no passion, or there's no, it's not that they don't desire you or you don't yearn for the person that you're attracted to. It's just the conditions are not correct. They're not the right way.
So perhaps like the reason for the list and the reason for including that on the list is your wife's not your enemy is men perhaps have tended to go with, oh, she's just not into me anymore as a reason for why it's less in the bedroom than it used to be.
And I think for men it's black and white. Like it's, she wants me, she doesn't want me. I want sex, she doesn't want sex. But what he's saying is create the conditions and watch what happens. Like if you empathize and like, shit, she must be having a really fucking big day, or it's been weeks, it's been months since we've been intimate, like what can I do? And you take the onus and take the control. She just wants someone, I just want someone, like as a woman, to be like, this is what we're doing today, this is how we're doing it. Like it doesn't have to be this perfect thing. It can just be like a touch, you know, the little things that we've spoken about in the past. But it's just acknowledge all the tabs that are fucking open, because the guys don't really have to worry about too much.
No.
So create the condition. That's what he's saying.
Create the conditions. I like it.
Oh, yes. Your wife has perverted fantasies too. She's just not sharing them.
She does.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Most men assume they're the perverted ones, that their wife is vanilla, that she'd be shocked by what goes on in his head.
They've been taught,
usually wrong.
They've been taught this over the years, haven't they? Like we've discussed this before, and it's worth discussing over and over again. Men have been taught that they're supposed to only want one thing, you know, like they're into the sex, and the woman's the one who's going, no, I don't want to. And even if they know intellectually that that's not true, unconsciously they're still like leaning towards that way. And they don't realize, like, because a lot less women watch porn than men, right?
Yes.
But they don't realize women are reading porn. So women are still accessing porn. They're just reading it. And so the man doesn't know that the woman is having as many fantasies as him because she's not doing it in the way he's doing it. And so that's how that gets missed, in my opinion. That's because those books are fucking unbelievable with the descriptions of the things that happen. And there's a lot of women that are sitting at home and they're, you know, like.
But it's funny you say words, like you're talking about words, and then creating a visual with those words, which is I don't know how I tend to read, but it's funny, like the way I've learnt about my husband's fantasies is by saying them out loud. Like if you're in the moment and you're foreplaying, it's like, what have you watched lately, or what have you been thinking of lately?
Yes.
I don't want him to think that I don't know that there are other things he thinks about, and vice versa. So it's like, well, let's just put it out on the table. It's almost like a moment of like, get all your cards out, tell me everything you're thinking or that you have been thinking about. I want to know.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, it is a turn on.
Yes, I agree. Especially if the way you're describing you share it. Like if you're sharing it like while you're in the middle of doing stuff, that is very exciting.
Turny honorary.
Yeah, yeah. And even if you're both not wanting the same thing, it's still fun to discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your wife does have fantasies, and that might surprise you. Things she's dreamed about but never mentioned. Scenarios she's fantasized about but would never suggest first. And maybe there is like a underlying, I wonder if this is too much for him, or if you're not communicating that, how are you going to know? I don't know. But
there's a lot of shame that women have around that. Like they're not supposed to feel this way, and it's kind of semi-naughty for them. That's how they feel. And so therefore, why would they say to their husband? Because then, they wouldn't do that because of how they look. I've got a couple of married friends that talked about how they were much more adventurous in the bedroom when they were single than they are when they're married, because they have to play a certain role when they're married. They feel like they have to be seen a certain way.
Interesting.
That's their choice that they've chosen. But yeah, I know more than one person that's like that.
And what's their sex life like now?
Yeah, good. But not
adventurous.
Yeah. Yeah. Not an unhealthy sex life, but they just feel like it's appropriate when you're married to have to tone it down or whatever.
Yeah. Whereas like, I don't know, if things get stale and like, we interviewed Susan Bratton, and
Yes.
she's, she says like she had to spice it up in order for her marriage and connection to flourish and sustain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
like maybe you have to look at things a different way. Anyway.
Yeah.
The next one, which I thought was important to share, is improve the sex, improve everything.
Okay.
Mainstream advice gets this backwards. Therapists say work on the relationship and the sex will follow. Communicate more, connect more, understand each other's needs, then eventually maybe the sex improves. What he's saying is the opposite works faster. Improve the sex first and watch the relationship transform.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very intimate when you're with someone. If you want to work on it,
Yeah.
like maybe he's right.
I can see definite benefits to that. I can see there's a lot of women out there who can't be bothered having sex with their husbands, who they're not interested in anymore for other reasons entirely.
Yes,
I
of
could
course.
definitely see that.
We're talking about couples that want.
But if you
to
want
have
to
an
have
improvement.
sex, if you want to have a better relationship and you want to have sex, absolutely. Because during, like you've just said, during sex, after sex, there is that intimacy and connection that is not like anything else. And so
No.
you do feel more bonded. You do feel more, and the endorphins are released and whatever. So absolutely, I can see what he's talking about.
So he says the nagging decreases. True. The resentment fades. The partnership strengthens. You become more patient. She becomes more affectionate. Small annoyances stop mattering as much. I mean,
Well, that's how it was at the start of a relationship, which is why, but I don't like the word nagging.
okay. But relationships come with that sometimes.
I don't think nagging's the appropriate word, because I think I think it's negative towards women who are having genuine issues with something that's going on.
This is written for men.
Yes, but so men like the word nagging, because then it's like, oh, your wife will stop nagging. Is the wife nagging, or is she just wanting her needs met?
Yes. Correct.
Do you know what I mean? But I get that would appeal to men, and so therefore the ultimate goal could be better.
Hey,
but
we could flip it. Like, we could flip this, and if you're putting out, and let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know, your partner, your husband might clean a bit more for you, might unload the dishwasher. It might be reciprocated.
Yeah.
In other ways.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
Well, also
I didn't-
detach from expectations too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You have more power than you think.
Okay.
I liked this one.
Okay.
Sometimes women just want men to take control. Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you're exhausted and when you've got so much on, just fucking take the reins. Just push me up against the wall and kiss me deeply. Am I sounding like
a person that wants to have sex? Yes, you are.
Well, no.
It's not happening this evening.
No, it's just saying move first and watch everything shift. Like, don't sit back.
Yeah.
Like, take the reins and do something for her, because she's thinking about, the fucking calendar and what all those dots reflect in that look like, and how much time that takes away from, the home and all of that. If you control the environment, you control the emotional range, you control whether you take action or wait passively, you control your sexual skills, you're empowering like the realization that you can have this.
Well, I think that also implicit in that is, number one, know what her needs are, and be interested in her needs. Not just like come home from work, I feel like having sex, therefore I'm going to do this,
No,
this, and
it's
this
not
to
like
get the
that.
sex. Like actually give a shit about her needs. But the other one, the most automatic, easy solution for that is, like, she's sitting at the kitchen table stressing. Just go give her a little massage on her, on her back.
Yes.
Just start massaging her back, because regardless of whether or not that turns into sex, she's going to go, oh, thank you. So much.
Yeah.
And so that's taking, like, and who knows where that will lead.
Yes.
But that's what I would.
But that
that's
can
just
start the build up.
Yeah, it can.
know?
Or it can just be like, you can then find out when she calms down a bit what actually is going on and whether or not it is appropriate to pursue sex that evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. True. Which leads into stop obsessing over who actually initiates.
Oh.
So men keep score. This is what he's saying. I initiated the last 3 times. It's her turn. They track who starts sex and like it's a fairness negotiation. Whereas if you're creating an environment where desire builds naturally between the two of you, sex is interplay. It's like you're saying, go and give the massage,
Mm.
you know, the little slap.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that day. It can be a build up over
Yes,
time,
it
which
can.
initiates to like really good quality intimacy.
Well, it's like touch each other just in general. Just in general in
Yes.
life, touch each other. There's
Yeah.
touching is good. Yeah.
The one point I have to agree on here is the hottest sex happens when your wife is fully turned on before her clothes come off. Do you agree?
Well, yeah. yes, I do.
Focus
I have
on the
different
build
kind of
up.
sex to that. So,
Yes.
but absolutely,
Yeah.
yes, 100%. I want to be turned
But there's
on
a
before my
build
clothes are
up,
off.
like
Oh, I would argue there's more of a build up the way I do it. Yeah, yeah, because it's longer. Because it's like it's 5 hours before you even, and then you're just communicating. You're not like there's no housework, there's no work, there's no anything else. There is
get to
just
the
you and him talking. So
but that talking could be weeks
could be
before you've met.
Yeah, the build up is more in some ways. Yeah, for a single person to have sex. Yeah, yeah.
Your wife wants to be the one thing you can fully control. Look, I know the wording of that's very speculative, but what he's saying is you've got your life dialed in, so systems for everything, a calendar, schedules, blah, 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 routines. Your wife wants to be the variable that makes you lose composure, the thing that makes you cancel your plans, the force that disrupts your perfect order. Like if I can talk about this holiday period, I have never stayed in bed for longer. Like in the mornings, I don't do that. But the fact that I have no agenda
Yeah.
and I can release all of that and just be like, yes, we can do it again. Like,
Yes.
that's beautiful.
Yes.
But he allowed me to have that in a way. Like, it's just, and I was turned on by it as well. Like, oh, I don't have any, well, I do have somewhere to be and I do have things to do, but do I need to do them right now? Like,
Yeah.
you're on holidays.
Yeah.
We don't have anywhere to be.
No.
But if you could implement that, I guess, in day-to-day life, is it possible? I guess so. You just got to make the time.
Yeah.
Take
Or-
control.
Or make the moments count, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what makes her feel desired, not your words, but your loss of control.
Absolutely.
Love it.
There is nothing more, and I've said this before. Actually, I probably haven't said it like this. There is nothing more vulnerable and enticing and delicious as the look of a man who's just had an orgasm.
Oh, yeah.
They look like they don't have a care in the world, / all of their bravado, all of their masks, all of their stuff that they put on themselves every day is gone. And you actually see the pure soul. It's very intoxicating.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Well, it is
You should
beautiful.
substack that.
Substack, man looking orgasm. I will actually. I'll write a piece on that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
captivated by your words.
Because men, I think, the men I've met, I shouldn't say all men because there's never say that. Often have a lot of layers of things on top of them that they protect in themselves. Lots of shells.
Yeah.
So you break through all of the shells. Yeah, but
that
it doesn't
moment.
last for very long. But it
Yeah,
lasts.
yeah.
I don't know. Is it last longer when you're married? Does it like the vulnerability and the, I don't know, the pure openness?
That's nth. So
Yeah.
I don't there's no difference for me. Like it's just there is an additional layer of relief, I guess, but
Yep.
it doesn't make him any more vulnerable. But I guess the time around that period, like we do have pretty deep chats after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like,
there you
so
go.
yes,
yeah,
in a
that's
way,
so-
yes, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Which leads into great sex spills into everything else.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Do you not feel elated like after you've had a rendezvous session with a date? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so do
Traces
you.
it all traces back to the bedroom. I think that's amazing to point out. Like
Or
it
the
just-
balcony.
Or the balcony.
Yeah.
This doesn't end. Yeah, okay. That's it, I think, from my end. But sexual fantasies input are okay. Yeah, but you can start there. Yeah. So
The reason I mentioned the balcony is because you'd said to me
yeah.
that this guy had said
That he had to spice things up with his wife.
Yes. So that's why I mentioned that. So talk about that.
Well, he was saying that as a way to captivate you to keep reading. Like, if you keep reading, I'll tell you what my wife and I did to spice things up that, he'd been waiting years to do. And it was have sex on the balcony in public. Like, it was something about the elation of and the thrill of being out in public and maybe someone seeing you. Yeah. And I was like, I'm so good. I've already done that. You already know that. So.
You did it years ago.
It was only...
What else did he say on the list? Do you remember?
What else did he say on the list? Went back to, in dating, you can hide your flaws. In marriage, your wife lives with them. That's true. Mm-hmm. True. And like you said, it's a moment in time. You get a moment. Like, this is day after day after day. Mm-hmm. It's very, it's a different perspective.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
I'm not reading the next one. That's not, I didn't read that one before I just got on here.
Okay.
Your wife would rather feel something intense than nothing at all. Comfort is not the goal. Aliveness is.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's true. So was that one of the things he did this year?
No.
This is just
this is just one of the points.
Yeah.
Your wife wants a co-conspirator, not a caretaker. Your wife doesn't want a stable, predictable man. She manages like a household appliance.
Yeah, that's
She wants
true.
someone who makes life feel like an adventure worth living. Someone who treats her like it's worth being alive for. Someone who has ideas, take risks, and creates experiences. I don't know, like, when you think of like human needs, some women really want certainty. So like rattling the cage too much is almost too much, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I think there's got to be a healthy balance of unpredictability in the bedroom scenarios.
Yes.
And predictability.
Yeah.
You know, like we have a routine. It goes like this. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. And you like it.
Does it get monotonous sometimes? Yeah, but that's when you spice things up. That's when you try something different. That's when you talk dirty. That's when you do this. And you know when that is occurring. So yeah, I think you've got to be careful with that.
Well, I'm careful with the whole list because I'm careful with men telling other men what women want. Ask a woman.
Yeah.
Ask a woman. And if his wife had written the list, I would have been happier. I don't disagree with a lot of the things. I disagree with the philosophy of men telling other men what to do with women. Yeah. Like, how about women like talk about it, because all women don't want the same thing.
That's
true.
I
think these lists sort of put women into the same box because we're women. Tick, we all want this.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No, well, you and I don't want the same things at all.
No, which you highlight, like, get to know them deeply. It's not a one size fits all. It's not cookie cutter. It's not that at all.
No. But it is great food for thought.
It is.
And a message to the men. Some of those points are pretty good.
I didn't even read all of them. There were 20 and I didn't even touch on
but think about what might she like.
Yeah. And that's what he's doing, and getting other men, I guess, to think about it.
And don't be worried that you're not going to get your needs met, because if you think about what she might like and help her with what she might like, you will get what you like.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
100%.
I don't know. I'd like to say I don't know any women, but I don't know many women that would just receive and not give back. You know, like if a guy makes this effort and does all of these things and to please you in the bedroom, it's very unlikely the woman's going to go, thanks very much, see ya, and he not meet his needs at all.
That's true.
I would think.
Yeah.
But look, someone tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
See you next week.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Sex and the One, an original podcast created by
KV&B,
produced by
B&KV,
content by
KV&B,
enthusiasm for sex,
B, and mostly KV.